Snitch on the toast. Snitch on the toast. Ooh, snitch on the toast. Snitch on the toast.
Snitch on the toast!
I'm here, guys.
We've been talking about this day for so long. The day is here.
The day is here. We've actually been talking about it for so long.
Is on the toast.
No, we've been talking about it for like 2 months now.
Right.
It's just here. Like, I'm sitting in the chair.
You're sitting in the chair. You're back from the Middle East.
I am.
How are you feeling?
I've definitely felt better. I've been having some,
Oh,
I've been having some illnesses, you know, just like that, like jet lag, stomach.
You're
thing.
acclimating back
to
U.S.
real
soil.
water.
Real water.
That's been great. Yeah, I'm feeling good. Right now I'm not tired because it's like 7 o'clock for me right now. No, like 5.
Got it.
But actually, I've been pretty fine with jet lag.
So how was your trip?
It was incredible. Like, honestly, like, I would totally move there, but, like, I just couldn't leave Steens for that long. But, like, if you want to come and move
but
with me,
it was
like,
okay to leave Steens for 2 months.
Okay, I had a really hard time with leaving you guys for that long.
Good.
Like,
I'm glad to hear it.
I FaceTimed Claudia, like, hysterically crying because I was so homesick. I think I did that to you, too.
Yeah, you did. And you know what? It just gave us a pit and, like, then come home if you're homesick.
No, I know, but
I don't know what to tell you.
No, it was just, like, I wanted to be there. I was having a great time, but, like, I also wanted my sisters to be there.
Yeah.
You can't have it all.
You can't have it all. But it
I
seems
know.
like you really did have it all. You worked hard. You played hard.
I really did.
You got tan. You got great pics.
Yep.
You just...
And I didn't gain weight. I just feel like I need to plug that because it's shocking.
It's so important.
It's so important.
It's important to, like, how you feel on the trip. You know, if you were gaining weight, it would have taken away from your good
I thought
time.
I was gaining weight on the trip, so I was, like, being such a, like, sourpuss, being like, ugh, like, I'm so fat, like, I'm gaining so much weight, blah, blah, blah.
What would Baddie by Snitch say?
Yeah, well, Baddie by Snitch should be like, stop eating the falafel. But, like, then when I got home and I realized I didn't, I was like, ooh, girl, you're good.
Yes, you're good. And now you don't have to work so hard now that you're home.
No, I don't.
Well, welcome home. We are so happy to have you on the toast. We have a very special show for you today, and I'm just going to give you guys the rundown because first we have obviously Snitch on the Toast. She and I will be delivering the Fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast. Then we will be joined by Nastia Liukin, Olympian
to the gods.
She is everything, and I'm so excited to talk to her. Then after Nastia, I will be back with Snitch taking all of your questions because you guys had very intricate questions for her.
Yes, you did. A lot of them I don't have answers to, so.
And we will get to all of that. So Fast 5, Nastia, Snitch, Q&A. And, you know, during the Fast 5, they'll just have to be catching up with Snitch because...
Like, I'm sure there'll be a story in there, you know.
You just never know.
You never know.
I can't believe you're here.
I
How do
know.
you feel? How do you feel about the toast? What do you think?
Okay, so I was saying to you yesterday, like, I'm so nervous because, like, when we did the B, like, I don't know, I just didn't really take it seriously. It's like, oh, my sister's doing a morning show, I'm gonna go host it. But now I feel like this is, like, a real morning show, and, like, I'm really here, and, like, people, like, are, like, really watching, and I'm really co-hosting, and it's, like, freaking me the F out. So, like, I'm just very nervous, so bear with me here.
That's so crazy that you feel that way. I'm so honored. You feel like this is more prestigious.
So much more prestigious. Like,
Just everyone's talking about the toast, you feel like?
yeah, and it's just, I don't know. Like,
I feel like that too.
Yeah, it's just, it's a different vibe. Like, this is so much more like, you're a host, you know?
You're a host. Get it together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Are you ready to fulfill your hosting duties?
I am.
Okay, you guys, we are about to hit you with the Fast 5 stories you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast. A lot of stuff happened yesterday, and we got to get right to it.
Let's
because,
do it.
first of all, very exciting news out of New England. But the Patriots signed Eric Decker for a 1-year deal.
I'm so happy about this because, like, I only know so many things about football, and these are, like, the only 2 things that I know, and they're just coming together. So it's just, like, what else could I ask for here?
It's craziness, but at first I was like, oh, cool, now I'm a Patriots fan. Like,
I was a Patriots fan before, too, but now Danny Amendola has switched, so I don't really know what to think about that.
But Eric Decker can replace the Danny Amendola-sized hole in the Patriots.
He's the only person who could, and he did. I swear to God, I think that, like, Robert Kraft, like, knows. Like, he just needs to keep it, like...
Like, he watches Snitch on the Toast,
No, but, like, he's not just trying to, like, get, like, a great player. Like, he needs to get someone who's, like, hot and, like, people are gonna love. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, that's their reputation now.
It really boosts morale. And then you have, like, girls like us who are now Patriots fans. I really hope they go to the Super Bowl because we'll be there. And then we'll get to see Eric Decker play. Maybe we'll, like, be near Jesse, and we'll be like, oh, my God, like, have you heard of the Morning Toast?
Like, you should come on it. I feel like she could totally come on it.
She could. Well, we met her at the CMAs, and we rubbed her belly, her pregnant belly.
You rubbed her belly with Forrest?
I think she was, like, really taken aback.
Yeah, that's, like...
She was shocked.
That's a really weird thing to do to a celebrity that you just met.
It was a bold move.
Are you happy about it?
I don't know. To be determined. Anyways, this is also a bold move, but it's also a little sad for me because he joined the Titans, and they moved back to Nashville, and it was a dream.
Right.
And their family's in Nashville, Jesse's in Nashville making country music, and I think that they thought that they would be there for a while. So I imagine, even though the Patriots is very prestigious, it's a lot of change for the family.
What about the kids, like their school life?
I know.
That's hard.
And it's only a one-year deal, so I don't even think that the kids in the family are going to move up north.
Me neither.
Nor should they.
I was going to say that, like they shouldn't. I feel like it'll be a lot of flying and traveling, but like they can't handle, like with a new baby, like to move again. But like he's been on like every good team. Not good, but like prestigious. Like the Jets, like I know they suck, but like New York.
He's just been on every team, and I don't know if that's a good sign.
I think that's a bad thing.
I don't know.
I think it might be coming to a close at some point.
I mean, it's all a business. Did it say how much his one-year deal is going to cost him?
I have a feeling it's not that much, and that's probably why they did it also. Because like it's the prestige of Eric Decker minus like.
But I wonder if Robert Kraft even like puts that into consideration. I feel like of all of the team owners, he does not like. Really? He doesn't give a damn.
I've said it once and I'll say it again, but I've never said it on a platform this big. The Patriots are the Kardashians of football, and he knows that.
I love you talking about how big this platform is, because like I'm just so glad that you understand like
I understand
the severity.
I do. I really do. I'm in tune.
So this is just boding well for football season. Are you going to be watching?
Now I am, yeah.
And now you're a big Pats fan?
I was a Pats fan before.
You were a Pats fan. Because what else would we be? We have nothing here in New York to be proud of.
Actually, I think technically the Giants are considered a good team, but I don't care about them. I don't care about them.
I don't care for them.
I just like hot players.
I like the Jets more than the Giants.
Me too. You can't say that. I don't think so.
You can't say that?
No, like people don't support that viewpoint.
Why? That's like saying like the Mets more than the Yankees. No, but like everyone loves an underdog, and at least the Jets like have Mark Sanchez, who brought us Kate Upton, who's God's gift to this world.
Wait,
I'm pro Jets.
Can you explain that?
They like dated, and because they were dating, that's how she got on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Oh.
Like that's how people knew her.
Oh, yeah.
And now we have this gift, this voluptuous gift.
This voluptuous gift. I'm loving her.
And for that, I will always thank Mark Sanchez and the Jets.
Okay. I like the Jets more than the Giants.
Thank you for your service, Mark Sanchez.
TY.
Yeah, the Giants just like do absolutely nothing for me. Like those Manning brothers,
Is he on the Giants? And
one of them.
Oh, one retired, and he's like unreal, right?
Yeah.
He did like great stuff. Was it Peyton? Yeah, and
I
then
believe.
Ellie?
Ellie.
I made him Jewish. Ellie Manning is on the Giants.
Eli Manning is on the Giants, I think. Let's go with that. I don't know. It's always in flux. At one point, he was on the Giants. Let's just say that.
Okay, fine.
And you know, we don't have enough time in today's schedule to wait for the viewer comments to correct us.
Ellie's on the Eli's on the Giants.
I'm crying.
I've been in Israel for too long.
Ellie. Anyways, I'm happy for the Decker family, the Kraft family, the Brady family.
The
Oshry family.
The Oshry family is just happy for all the families
involved. Okay,
but not the Amendola family. We didn't even talk about it.
No, I know. That Danny Amendola.
But like I can't lie, like Olivia Colbo now being like in bathing suits all the time. Like
but they're in Austin.
He's Miami Dolphins.
No, but he's living in Austin.
I understand, but when it's like football season, she's going to be in Miami all the time.
I guess so.
And then it's going to be like premium content.
That's true.
Except wearing Patriots gear is just like so cool now that like she was cool.
But maybe he'll make Miami cool.
Yeah, okay.
That's a great city. It's an easy city to make cool.
That's true.
Okay, speaking of family, Kim Kardashian calls sister Kourtney the least exciting to look at during an epic fight on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. So yesterday, a bunch of clips were released in promotion of Sunday's episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Oh, it's this Sunday?
Yeah.
I cannot wait. I never really watch religiously, but I'm gonna this season.
I always like get so excited for the premiere, and then I fizzle out because there's not much there. But this episode looks crazy. So basically, Kourtney and Kim are fighting because Kim's organizing the Christmas photo shoot, and Kourtney is not being flexible with her schedule because she doesn't want to like work that much and wait around and do photo shoots. And Kim like just goes in on her.
Yes, but also what prompted it, which would also prompt me, was like Kim had a meeting at 4 and she like had to do it at this time, and she was like, if I can't do it then I'd have to have this meeting at 7 in the morning. And Kourtney was like, so have it at 7 in the morning. Like, who has a meeting at 7 in the morning? Like, that's so unrealistic. And then that's when Kim flipped. And I just want to say, like, I'm so team Kim. She was really rude. She was really bitchy, and she was really like cruel to her. But like, Kourtney needed to hear it. I'm sorry. She just goes on these lavish vacations. She doesn't do shit, literally doesn't move. Like, I honestly don't know what she does on a day-to-day basis. She like works out and then lays down. Like, I don't know. And like Kim and Kylie and even Khloe are busting their ass every 5 seconds. Like, and she like can't do a photo shoot at 4 o'clock in the middle of the day because she just doesn't want to. And then you get mad that Kim is yelling at you when Kim literally gave you the life that you have.
Right.
I just don't understand.
Kim gave you the luxury to choose when you work.
Also, like, it's so interesting to me.
Kim gave you the luxury of getting paid to stand and take a picture.
No, and it's like, also, like, I wish my problems were like, there's a photo shoot and I don't want to do it. Like, must be nice. But it made me real. And also what I appreciate is like that Kim says what we're all thinking. That like Kourtney's not doing anything.
But I didn't even know I was thinking that. But yes, I guess
I didn't know that I was thinking that either.
I guess technically, Kourtney would be the least exciting to look at.
By the way, that is if you said that to me, like I would be like actually heartbroken. Like that's evil.
No, but like she didn't say that she's ugly or anything because she's not. She's beautiful. But like the rest of them are so
like interesting.
They're like caricatures of women.
Yeah.
And honestly, some people might take it as a compliment that Kourtney is the least exciting to look at because the rest of them are like not real people. But yeah, that was Sade. No, but Kim saying that Kourtney like doesn't work and just doesn't have a work ethic, and until she does, she can't call the shots. Like, here for it, needed to be said. You're living off the fruits of the land, and you need to plow the land.
Sure. I also just can't believe that like. Actually, you know what? I completely forgot what I was going to say.
And I have one more thing to say, even though I'm totally Team Kim on this, mostly because even if Kim was wrong, I'd still be Team Kim over Kourtney. Kourtney is my least favorite Kardashian. I don't even follow her on Instagram.
That's what I was going to say.
But they're talking about the Christmas photo shoot, which we all saw, and it was 25 shitty-ass photos that were literally all taken in one day of them standing around in jeans and T-shirts, and Kim's acting like she's planning, like, the greatest photo shoot of all time, like a Renoir painting, when it was absolute trash, uninteresting, not cool, candid, stupid, and Kim talking about it like it's the greatest thing since sliced bread and they're working so hard on it. No, they literally could have showed up for 1 hour, taken 25 candid photos, and then they cut up the photos to show only some families.
I didn't put it together that was the photo shoot. Like, I knew that it was the Christmas one, but I forgot what the Christmas one was because it was so, like, not rememberable.
And actually, the Christmas photo shoot, like, really made me mad at the Kardashians. Like, if you go back to old episodes.
Because they hyped it up so much. If they had just come out within, like, whatever, like, fine, okay, it was a bad photo shoot. But they were, like, making it, like, this big deal. I was expecting, we expected it to be, like, Kylie's
on day
pregnancy.
25 that they would reveal the pregnancies or something. And there was nothing. Yeah. And their old photo shoots, which are just, like, the family around the staircase, they did so many cool things. Like, those were iconic. Like, this was not.
By the way, those old Christmas card, like the ones like on the staircase, give me such Dynasty vibes.
No, it's fucking everything.
Everything. Like, but what I was going to say earlier that I forgot is that I didn't know that I hated Kourtney so much. Like, she would have been up there with, like, because I always thought she was, like, funny, like, low-key, until this whole thing happened. Now I actually despise her. She's at the bottom of my list. Like, Rob is before her.
No, I don't know if they're, like, on par, honestly. But I always say Kourtney's my least favorite. I just don't like her attitude. She talks way too slow, says absolutely nothing. And, like, now I don't relate to her. Actually, I kind of do. Claudia and I were talking about this.
No, I relate to her because it's like, I don't want to do anything and I want to live off the fruits of the land. No. Also, I get it. But when someone puts me in my place, I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Claudia and I were talking about, like, who in our family is who in the Kardashians. And there's no equal.
No, there's not. Except that Kris and Olivia.
And, like, you and Kendall. Probably. Except Kendall's, like, annoying. And
except Kendall, like, doesn't really, like, have a personality. But, like, I'll take that with the... like to get compared to.
I was watching an episode yesterday where they go to St. Bart's and like Kendall is being so goddamn annoying about Kylie like hanging out with her, and it's like, bitch, you're the one who's never in LA. Kylie is home all the time ready to hang out with you, and you go on a trip for 5 days and you need her up your ass.
I remember that episode, and she was so mad that Tyga was there, and it was like, you're just upset that you don't have a boyfriend. Like, your little sister has her boyfriend with you, like, with her in St. Bart's, and you're mad that she's not hanging out with you. Like, what do you expect? Like,
she was
hang out
so annoying, and it's like, oh God, I can't. Anyways, but we were talking about who's who, and I do have some Kourtney elements to me.
We all have some Kourtney elements to us.
Yeah, just like that. She's like the least like emotional, like very like, you know.
Did you see? There was another clip. That it wasn't the fight, but it was like, I don't know if it was post-fight, whatever.
Where they're talking on the couches.
And Kourtney is dead silent, like not saying anything. And like Kim and like Chloe are like toying with her, whatever, like to be like, hi, like we're here. And she was like, what do you want me to do? Just sit and stare? And it was like so rude. Like,
no, she clearly.
And then when they were like, she was coming over and they were like, I'm so afraid of her, we would do that. Like, if one of us was, like, being bitchy, like, that week, like, and, like, we'd be like, oh, I'm so scared of her.
But none of us have ever been, like, that bitchy, and, like...
No, we've never, like, that's vicious.
We're only bitchy if, like, someone, like, comes at us, but we don't just, like, show up to a conversation, like, bitchy, and, like, making fun of your home furniture.
That was so mean. Also, it was about the covers of the furniture.
Like, they're mean to each other.
On a whole other level.
On a whole other level, and they're mean to Chris on a whole other level, and it's like, maybe it's for TV. Also, when Kourtney and Kim were fighting, like, Kim almost looked like she was smiling, and that made me feel like they were acting a little bit.
Okay, well.
But the fight was way too real and like, cutting for it to be fake.
But when Kourtney was, like, on the phone crying, and Kim was, like, laughing, like, I was laughing. Like, I know that's so mean to say you can't, like, laugh at your sister crying, but it was just, like, funny because the whole thing, she was saying such weird things.
Yeah.
Like, the whole thing was so
she was
weird.
like, I'm focused on being a mom. That's when Kim started laughing, as if they're not focused on motherhood as
Yeah,
well.
no, totally.
No,
you can do both.
You can do both.
Modern woman can do both.
And she's really focused on, like, buying organic deodorant and making sure her kids
and,
don't
like,
have
going
pizza.
to DC. Remember when she did that?
But Kim went to DC too.
Right.
No,
but Kim actually did something.
That's true. Kourtney did something, I think.
Did she?
I don't know. Anyways, we need more Kylie. Bring back our Kylie, and everything will be okay. I need less Kendall and I need less Kourtney, and the two of them together are actually the worst.
They've been super buddy-buddy on social media lately, and it's making me hate Kendall.
I mean, I already don't like Kendall.
Yeah.
But I hate Kourtney more. Okay, next story, something that I called yesterday. New Orange County housewife Gina Kirschenheiter opens up about filing for divorce. So, like I said, seemed like Gina went on the show to get a divorce so that she had a career when she was on her own. And I've been proven right yet again. So I think that this story just goes to show the Morning Toast is in tune with what's necessary. And I don't appreciate you using my television time to get a divorce. Like, do it before or do it after, well after, not during. Because that's not fun to watch someone going through a divorce. And I'll watch Shannon go through it, and I'll watch Kelly go through it because I love them now. But I don't know you. I don't know you from Adam.
Yeah.
Why do I need to watch your divorce?
Yeah, that's weird. I don't watch.
You're not a
weird.
Housewives person because you're not a millennial.
Is that why? I feel like I totally missed the mark on all of that.
You
and like
did.
I'm in too deep. Like I just can't do it now. I really wish I did.
Do you watch any Bravo shows?
I remember I watched like Rahoney like in the beginning, like with you guys, like when we were in high school, we'd like watch it together. But like then it just like I don't know, I just stopped. I really don't watch like any Bravo shows.
You
Like
should
I
watch-
appreciate Bravo if that makes sense. Like I love Andy Cohen and like I love all the people and like Lala, like I get it, but like I just don't watch it. But if I were to watch one, it would be Vanderpump.
Totally.
Like from the beginning.
Yeah, you should.
Maybe like one day.
Also, Southern Charm is great too, but I don't know if you have the patience for it.
I don't think I do.
You don't have patience for much.
That's not true. I watch like everything aside from Bravo. Like
Yeah.
I
like scripted TV.
I love scripted TV because I don't know.
I've gotten you into some good shows
Lately,
Royals.
I got you into Riverdale. Let us not forget. But Royals, oh my God, I could talk about Royals forever. They still haven't been renewed for a 5th season.
Stop.
I know.
I need to know what that finale meant.
Yeah, same.
Are you gonna watch Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
I think so. I'll give it a chance.
Because I trust Ryder Ross.
I trust him with. I would trust him with my life.
You would.
Yeah. No, I think it'll be good, and I think that Kiernan Shirpka, she's like cute and a good actress.
I just watched all of Mad Men, so I know her now.
Oh, you know her? You're friends?
We're friends, yeah.
That's
I know
cool.
everything about her. Sally Draper. Anyways, Gina, I hope, the divorce is smooth, and I just really don't appreciate this use of our time.
Is she still going to be on the show, like now?
I imagine this, technically makes her more interesting, but it was weird anyway. Her husband was, living in LA 5 days a week and then would come home to OC on the weekends, so she was, a single mom anyway.
Weird.
It was, yeah, and she had never seen his place in LA. All very fishy, and I called it. Next up, weird story. Nick Carter is under review by the DA for sexual assault allegation. A sexual assault case involving Nick Carter is currently under review by the LA District Attorney. A spokesperson for the LA District Attorney tells E! News a case was presented by the Santa Monica Police Department on July 31st involving Nick Carter. It remains under review. The representative also confirms that the case is involving a sexual assault complaint. Lieutenant Saul Rodriguez of the Santa Monica Police Department tells E! News, I can confirm a victim came forward to Santa Monica PD in February 2018 regarding an alleged sexual misconduct involving Mr. Carter in 2003. Following an investigation, the case was presented to the LA DA's office on July 31st, 2018 for review. No additional details are available.
Weird.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've heard, funny business from Nick Carter.
Me too. He's not good news.
He isn't.
Ever.
I agree. And
Why do we know him? What child's show? He was a
it's
singer.
Backstreet Boys.
Right. Sorry.
That's how you know Snitch is not a millennial.
No, guys, I know Claudia always says that she has dementia. I really have dementia.
You can't have it as bad as Claudia.
No, I have it. You don't understand. It's so bad. In Israel, it was so bad. I think it might have been from all the drinking. It's
for sure.
Getting to my head or something. I can't remember anything. So don't blame me. Love made me crazy.
For sure, but you wouldn't be a Backstreet Boys stan anyway.
I wasn't a stan, but
you
like
were like living for Britney Spears. Have you been seeing all this stuff on the internet?
Yeah, of course, I've seen it all.
And how does 8-year-old Snitch feel about it?
8-year-old Snitch is so confused because like when 8-year-old Snitch, like I loved Britney Spears.
She had the biggest Britney Spears
I would
poster in
like
her room.
I
It took
kissed,
up her whole
wait,
wall.
hello, I kissed it every night before I went to bed. Like I was obsessed with her. Should I not
She had
admit
a
that?
Britney Spears impersonator at her party.
I'm
and,
so
like,
convinced that it was Britney. I really thought it was. Like it looked so much like her. It was crazy.
I mean, like it looked like her.
No,
but,
no,
like,
no, it did. And watch, I'd see a picture of her now and be like, who is that? Anyway,
impersonators are so funny.
like the fact that they get paid to like just look like someone.
And the kids believe it.
And no, and not even that. It's like the kids are so excited there's someone who looks like a celebrity. Like it's not like it's them. It's just someone who looks like them. Like it's the weirdest thing ever.
But you fell for it.
I fell for
She came
it.
in a limo and we were like, oh, well then she must be Britney Spears.
I have dementia, but I remember that.
Yeah. Who could forget?
Who could forget?
So you used to kiss the poster every night before you went to
And
bed.
like this was like when she was like lucky, like peach.
She's so lucky she's a star.
Yeah, she was. And she could move then, like I think. Yeah, she could.
Yeah.
She was like totally with it. And now they're two different people, I think.
I agree.
Like there's this one and then there's this one and like it's just there's no.
And I think this new one is ruining this one.
Yeah, because
and she needs to stop working
I think
and
that
retire.
she should just like go home and go to sleep.
She needs to
I'm
retire.
sure she has like a lot of money.
And she doesn't seem like she requires a lot. Like she doesn't get her extensions changed that often. So like,
Clearly.
what are you spending money on? Like she could live a small, quiet life.
Yeah.
And I think she would be so much happier.
She just needs to stop. Like it's over. And like she should be happy about that. She had an amazing career. She was a superstar. Like go to sleep with your hot husband.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. What's that from? You wouldn't know. Real Housewives of New York.
Oh, why would I know that?
Because it's iconic and you're a toaster.
I'm sorry. I know the hands.
You know the hands.
The hands one.
They're just
Hands. Yeah, that one I know.
What's that from?
Dallas.
Yes. Very
Okay.
good, the Snitches. You'll be okay. Anyways, what were we talking about? Oh, Nick Carter. Nick Carter, just stop getting in trouble. Just be a good man. Go home to your wife. Can you try that
Does he have a
sometime?
wife?
I believe he has a wife. I feel like they had an E show for a second, or they were like,
Have you been watching Barry Cavallari? I've heard horrible
I
things.
weirdly have been because I'm always like available when it's on.
Okay.
And it's not horrible. It has potential. It's just a little too fake and stupid for me, and the girls are trying too hard.
Fine.
Like there's this one girl who works for Kristen who's a redhead, and like she's trying to be like the bitch. And it's like, if you want to be a bitch, like you need to have a really good cause, like, and we'll rally behind you.
Yeah.
There needs to be a villain.
Fine.
But she's like kind of just picking on this girl, and like it's uncomfortable. You know?
Yeah, fine.
So, whatever. Our fifth and final story is an update from a story earlier this week because we reported that Apple was on its way to hitting the 1 trillion mark. And Apple has hit the 1 trillion mark, the first U.S. company in history.
That's so crazy.
Reached the mark on Thursday when shares hit $207.05. I hope you guys bought shares when we told you to, insider trading over here on the Morning Toast.
Did you buy a share?
No, I don't even know how to go about
I think
that.
the shares were probably super expensive last week too.
Yes, but then they got more expensive. So
Right,
I
no.
don't mean it. I don't know. What if everyone sells their shares now and Apple goes back below 1 trillion?
What's so crazy though is that like I was just saying this before. It's like everyone's always like, no, Apple sucks. Like Samsung is the way to go, but like clearly not. And Samsung's like blow up in your ear.
Only people with Samsung say that. Except eventually, I'm getting pissed with Apple. Claudia and I were talking about
Why?
like
Maybe because you need a new phone.
They just have no respect.
Their customer service, like,
They
well,
have
they
no
help you,
respect.
but like they just are. Yeah, they have no respect.
Like all the new
and they
chargers.
got rid of upgrades. Do you know how annoying it is? Okay, this was my whole summer. My phone was always dying, but I was always listening to music, and it was like, it's the same plug now, and like I can't get AirPods because I'm gonna lose them because I'm irresponsible. So it's like, what do? I can't listen and charge at the same time, so I have to sacrifice one for the other. When it used to be that you could do both.
Get you a
Phone that can do both. But it's their way of making me get AirPods. But no, I'm not paying $150 to have to pay $150 in 2 weeks when I lose them.
Totally. I actually might get AirPods soon. They seem great. Like for a massage, I'm always tangled in cords when I'm listening to music during a massage.
I got scammed in Israel and bought fake AirPods, and like
You're such a sucker.
The sound quality was so bad. It was $20, so like it was fine.
That's
but like still.
$20 that could have gone to a real pair.
Yeah, well,
We should start a GoFundMe to get Snitch a pair of AirPods.
I could get them, but then I'll lose them. So I need the
I don't think
GoFundMe
you
to
will.
be
It's like when you
recurring.
get a pair of expensive sunglasses and you don't lose them because like.
But like that's just another thing to have a pit about.
I don't know. Snitch, I think you should invest. But you know what? I'm going to get them first because I actually need them.
Okay, let me know.
And like Zach has them and he loves them.
But he's so gadgety, like he would.
Totally.
We're not like that.
No, but it really is nice not to have all those wires, especially like if you're on a run.
Wouldn't they fall out?
I don't think so. I think they tuck in nicely.
Okay.
Whatever. Anyways, those are the Fast Five stories that you needed to know this morning. We're going to bring out Nastia Liukin and just get her thoughts on being so talented. And then we will be back with Snitch, taking all of your questions, really diving into her summer in Israel and just like what it means to be a snitch.
Right. Because I know that.
See you soon. We are back with Nastia Liukin, whose name is so fun to say. You are the definition of a firstie lastie. Do you ever watch the Click or read the Click books? A firstie lastie is someone who like their first name and last name just coupled together so nicely.
Well, and it's like 6 letters. I always loved this when I was like in school. It's like 6 letters and 6 letters. It's like perfect.
It has like a nice trope to it. Nastia Liukin.
Well, thank you.
It sounds very good, like announced on a microphone at the Olympics, which happened a lot for you.
A few times, yeah.
So, as someone who's an Olympian, has so much talent, like, what is it like? Because Buddy and I joke, like, you are so talented. You bleed talent. And we are here just talking for an hour.
But also that takes talent. I have to say, no, it really does. Like, it's a different kind of talent, obviously, like flipping and doing stuff, but like being on, I feel like people don't realize like how difficult it actually is to like have a personality and be this persona. And no, I'm serious. I'm not just trying to like win brownie points, even though I love you guys, but it really does. Like I think it's harder than it looks. And I feel like I've realized that since I started commentating and broadcasting. Like, you think it's so easy just to talk, and it's not always
it's
easy.
not always. And some days are harder than others.
Absolutely.
Sometimes
you wake up and you're just like, I don't know how I'm going to do this.
Right, and I just like can't find the word. Like literally yesterday we were talking about Lisa Rinna on the show, and it took me like 8 hours to figure out what word I was trying to say on the show, which is that she's a pacifist. Just wanted to get that out there.
What's a pacifist?
Like someone who's being peaceful.
Yes.
Do you watch Housewives?
No.
I feel like
Me
you're
neither.
very busy.
Okay, I'm like, I do like reality TV, like the Kardashians. I like watching them, but I don't watch anything like consistently.
Got it.
Because I am never consistently in one place,
Right,
or like
it's
flying, or like whatever. Yeah,
It's hard to watch your shows on the road, and you are on the road a lot.
a lot.
So you have a very busy life. How has it been transitioning from the gymnastics world, which is very routine, into what you're doing now, entrepreneurial, and just being an influencer?
Yeah, I think that was like the hard, like transitions in general are just hard, regardless of like what kind of transition. You know, whether you're going from high school to college, or then like graduating from college and just going into real life. Or for me, it was like gymnastics like defined who I was as a person for 22 years. And so it was like transitioning out of that, I was like, who am I? Like, I have no idea who I am. I don't know what I like to do. I don't know how to eat. I don't know how to work out. I don't know how to like do anything, because first of all, I was always kind of told what to do, and then it was like I didn't have that like coach in my life anymore, so I had to figure it out. And I think both like physically it was hard, but like mentally challenging too, because my whole life was always like, Nastia Liukin, the Olympic gymnast, you know? And then it was like, wait, but who's just Nastia? Like I had no idea. So it was like kind of depressing for a while, like, yeah.
Well, you've come out the other end, and it seems like everything is fabulous. You and Shawn are best friends, and you guys are like relationship goals on.
We tried to see you in Nashville.
I know.
was so sad.
You guys were at CMA
Yes.
Fest when we were there, but you were like, we must have seen you on the highway.
Yes.
So you guys had the best time.
It was so fun. So Shawn and her husband live in Nashville full time, and so obviously they're traveling a lot too. But yeah, so it was like so fun to be able to go and just have like a fun weekend, and then also CMI Fest was fun.
That's so fun. Were you guys this close when you were competing as well?
So it's really funny because everyone asks this all the time now. I'm like, I guess we've never really like told this story, but so we were like best friends before the Olympics, leading up to the Olympics, like, because I feel like we were so similar as people and just like as athletes. Like, we went to sleep early, we like wrote in our journals, we like to read, like we were so focused and we had that same goal. And so I think like we were roommates at the Olympics, and so going to sleep the night before the all-around finals, and we just like literally like we're in our beds, like just like looked at each other and then just like turned around and like went to sleep, and it was just like, what?
That's so crazy.
That's so intense. I always wonder, like, at the Olympics, like, how people, like, how do you sleep at night?
No, how do you just like walk around? Like, how do you just like act like normal when like it's just this huge
There's so
event?
much on your mind.
There's so much. I think like going to sleep for us was obviously the night before like the competitions was a little bit more challenging, but we were there for about a month. So like a few weeks of training before and like getting adjusted to the time zone and everything. But I think you're so exhausted also because we trained 7 hours a day every single day. We didn't have a single day off. And so we were like ready to go to sleep every night. But yeah, I mean, I think for us, it was like we were best friends. And then, you know, she was 16 and I was 18, but like we were both like probably maturity-wise and just like experience-wise, like 5 years younger than that,
Yeah.
because like our life was just gymnastics. And so I think it was really everybody else on the outside, like pitting us against each other after the Olympics. So it was like, you know, for instance, like Shawn got this, well, Nastia got this. Shawn's on Dancing with Stars, Nastia's doing this. Like she got this deal, she got this deal. And then it was just like, oh my God, like we should, I guess, like we have to compete against each other. And then it became this like weird thing. And then it was just like everyone else saying that, you know, like we don't get along. And it was like, wait, but we do. But then we started believing that. And so it just became to this point, that lasted for 8 years.
Oh my
so like
goodness.
we
So crazy.
didn't speak to each other basically for 8 years, which is insane.
Yeah.
We didn't have each other's numbers because we both got new numbers and like didn't give each other. And so we would sometimes like go to events where like we would both show up and we'd be like rolling our eyes and we'd like do the like so fake, like, hey, like good to see you, how are you? And then walk away and just be like, ugh. And then the same thing, like every interview, like people would always ask like, how should, like whatever, and we're just like, she's great, like yeah, we're just so busy, we don't see each other. And, like we had the same standard answer and that we like joke about it, but.
So how did you guys reconnect?
Yeah.
So it was actually her husband and my fiance, because like we would both tell them like about like, and it was really, really funny because we wouldn't follow each other on Instagram, but like we would stalk each other's Instagram.
That's like,
every
I
day.
do that with
you know, you
everyone.
have that
Oh
like
my
that
God,
one
yeah.
person too, that like you're just like not following you, but I'm gonna look at all your stuff.
every
It's a
single
lurker.
day.
You're called a lurker.
Absolutely, yeah. And so, so I was in New York. I was living here, going to school, and I was sitting down at Gemma. I like remember this
Best
so
restaurant,
clearly.
yeah.
Love it,
What
yeah.
a good place to rekindle.
Well, yeah. So I was sitting actually then with the New York Times having an interview, and he literally asked me about Shawn, and I was just kind of like, she's great, like, you know, like whatever. And then he's like, well, her wedding's coming up. Like, are you gonna be there? Well, I wasn't invited at the time, and I was just like, oh, I'm not sure. Like, you know, I'm so busy, and like, I don't know yet. Like, meanwhile, I'm just like, didn't get the invite. Thanks, Shawn. And then he got to excuse himself to get up to use the restroom, and I just like opened my phone and I like went in my email, and I had like an email from her that was this long, and I was just like literally had no words, and she was basically like, look, like this is so stupid.
Yeah.
Like it's been 8 years. There's like, it shouldn't be this way. We have so much in common. We are best friends. Like we just let so many people get, you know, in the way basically. And she was like, Andrew, her husband, she's like, Andrew actually made me write this email. And then I was so mad because I was like, I sent it to my fiance right away, like sent him a screenshot, and he was like, I've told you to do this for like years now. Like she was the bigger person, and I was
Yeah.
like, like competitive again. But then, yeah. And then the guy came back, and I was just like, so about Shawn, like we're great. No, and then we started talking again, and we hadn't met. I had never met Andrew. She had never met Matt, and she was like, you know, and it would mean so much to us if you guys would be at our wedding.
I like have chills.
I
can
know,
see
I
you.
know.
have
And
them.
so it was like 2 months later, and we went to the wedding, and like everyone met for like the first time, and yeah, it's so weird. Like
Yeah.
the whole story is like people still don't get it because people think like for 8 years like we actually hated each other, where we didn't. It was just like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. It was just like something happened where we like just didn't, I don't know. And then we are best friends now, which like people also can't comprehend.
Yeah.
They're just like, what happened? We actually live together in LA. Because like my main house is in Boston, hers is in Nashville, but we spend so much time in LA, and so we were both looking for one bedrooms, like just because we were staying in hotels so often. And then we like, the four of us looked at each other and we like, wait, would this be the worst idea ever, or like the greatest idea
Yeah.
ever? And so we ended up getting a place together, and we barely overlap just because of our schedules. But then when we're there together, it's like
That's
so
so
fun. Like we have like game nights and Postmates, and like we obviously have so many of the same interests. We'll have like beach days or go work out or something. So yeah.
That's amazing.
That's so fun. Yeah.
So
What a
speaking of
story.
what a story. I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting that. Like a
I know.
ups and downs.
It
I
really
was on
is.
an emotional roller coaster there for a while.
You're like, and then what? Then they went to the wedding.
So speaking of your fiance, we got a lot
Yeah.
of questions for you because people saw you without your ring on Instagram. So of course, rumors start flying.
Yeah.
But you are very much still engaged.
Yeah,
you
we're
are wearing
engaged.
your ring today.
Yes, I am. No, I take my ring. I don't know. Like I'm just like you're obviously engaged.
I've started
with a
taking
stunning
my ring off more often now, so I understand. Like yesterday on the show, I forgot to wear it.
Yeah, and like when I work out or at the beach, like I just like don't wear it. So yeah, I mean, there's always times that I don't. But yeah, everyone has, obviously been asking about like a wedding date, and we're just so busy. Like we have a business together, which is amazing. We have the Grander Summit coming up that we're planning in Boston, which we're super excited about. And just like we're just not in a rush to get married. I mean, we live together, like we work together, like everything, like eventually, obviously that's the plan. But yeah.
How did you guys meet?
We actually met here in New York while I was going to school at NYU at a mutual friend's engagement party.
That's a great place to meet
It
someone.
really is, because I was living here in New York for a few years, and when I moved here, I was 23. So I grew up in Texas, and so like all my friends were like married and on their second and third kid, and I was like, I don't even have a boyfriend. Oh my god. And so I like frantically was like, oh my god, I need to find a husband. And so I like started trying to meet people and like go on dates, and I was like, people are just like guys, like
It's
most
hard
guys
in New York.
Yeah.
in New York. It's difficult anywhere, but like especially New York. And so I was like, I finally, like I think 2 years in, I was just like, you know what, like focus on yourself, focus on your career. Like I don't want a boyfriend right now. And literally that weekend I met him, and I was just like, I want to marry you. Literally, like
cute.
right
That's
when
so
I met
cute.
him, I was just like, I knew he was the one.
That's so sweet. Also, a fun fact about you: you were in our favorite movie, Stick It.
Yes.
Thank you.
Was filming that as fun as it seems?
First of all, I was like in that ugly, awkward phase of my life where I had braces, but like, when you get braces, so I never had a gap in my teeth, but then the braces pulled them apart, and so for me, I was just like, I don't even look like myself, like, and then I got the clear braces because like, my parents were like, you can't get, because I was like, I'm gonna get colors, and they're like, absolutely not, like, you're getting clear. And then like, I just like, I hadn't grown into my body, like I just was so awkward and so weird.
You could not tell.
Yeah, I would never know that.
No, yes, you can. Like,
I guess
I wanna go back
now.
and
If
look
I
at it now,
watch
yeah.
it back, maybe I'll see. But then you were like the veteran champ, and like it was an honor for them to have you in their movie.
Thanks. Well, it was so much fun. It was interesting because, I think for like the directors and producers, like they didn't realize when I was doing my routines and my skills, like my dad, who was my coach, he was there, and they kept saying like, okay, again, like as you would just do like a line or like, another take, but it was like they would have me be doing full routines.
Yeah.
And after like 10 full like bar routines, my dad was like, okay, so just so you know, like that's really, really difficult for her. And they're like, oh my God, it is? Like she just makes it look so easy. We didn't realize. And he was like, yeah, she normally only does 3 a day, like when she's training for the Olympics. Like she's done 10 and like we're on a movie set. And so they were like, we're so sorry. And so then they like really wanted to be like educated more about gymnastics. And like Jeff Bridges was in the movie, and so he was asking my dad for advice of like, okay, what would you actually do? Like when a gymnast lands, like tell me how to act, tell me what to say. So it was cool because they got to learn, about gymnastics, but then I got to learn like about the acting world, I guess.
That's
yeah,
so
it was fun.
cool. It's a great movie, and that must be so fun to just like have to watch back.
Oh my God, yeah, I think at the time, I think I was like 14, and it's just
wow.
like to be in a movie, and I feel, not to like say it's like iconic, but I feel like there hasn't been like another gymnastics movie.
iconic.
So it's like
It's like the Bring It On of gymnastics, which
Yes.
I think they intended for it to be, and it
was.
Yeah, they landed.
yes,
They
like the
landed there.
drama. Yeah,
Yes.
so it was fun.
Okay, we're going to take some questions for you because USA Gymnastics has been in the news a lot lately, and you were at the ESPYs, which was a powerful moment for women in gymnastics. And what was it like to be there, watching these
Yeah.
women on stage?
Like even just like thinking about it now, like it was hard being there, and I wasn't even like on the stage, but so many of those women are my friends and my teammates, and he was actually my doctor ever since I was 12 as well, and I am so lucky that I wasn't abused, but it also it hits me in a way, and I still feel it because it's like, first of all, I trusted him for over 10 years of my life. Like, he was like the go-to doctor. We had him on speed dial just because, like, as a gymnast, and like especially for me, I was never really that strong and powerful. I was a little bit more like fragile, and so we like always like were calling him, basically being like, okay, now her back hurts, okay, now this hurts, you know, like, what do we do? And my dad trusted him, like, you know, with his own daughter. So it's like, that just shows like how, like, it was like we had no idea. And the first thing, like, when this started coming out, our entire Olympic team in 2008, we have a group chat and we all texted each other and we were like, is everybody okay? Like, was anybody affected? And none of us were on my Olympic team. So it was so hard, I think, to even comprehend, because the guy that I knew was not that disgusting monster. You know what I mean? And so I think it took a lot of time for me to process what was actually happening. And so just to, like, I'm so proud of, like, being at the ESPYs and seeing, like, I knew there were so many women affected, but when you see 147 young women on the stage and you're, like, in the theater and, like, the entire room is just up on their feet, it was such a powerful moment. And I think you realize, like, the magnitude of it all, because when you read about it and you know, like, yes, it was, like, it's awful to read about and know, like, how many women were abused, but at the same time, when you actually see them in person all together, and, like, and you know, they're the first to say, like, they've created this army, you know, of sisters and survivors, and it's just, like, it's so inspiring, yet, like, awful at the same time. But I'm hopeful that, you know, their courage and their bravery to come forward is now helping others, you know, that maybe it wasn't by him, but somebody else or something, to at least have that courage to speak up. So
definitely.
Yeah.
We've spoken about that moment and just the whole story at length on the show, and it felt like a nice way to move forward while still, like, recognizing how terrible it was.
Absolutely.
And Allie Raceman is a champion badass. Like, we love her. And what's really crazy is she's in the news so positively, but then also her ex-boyfriend is on The Bachelorette. Do you watch?
yes.
How does she feel about him being on the show?
I haven't talked to her about that. I feel like, you know, she has more important things
Right,
to worry
totally.
about. I met him a few times while they were dating, and
What sort of vibe
yeah,
did you get for him?
I feel like when I met him, he was different than what I'm seeing on TV.
Yeah.
But you know, I guess who isn't when they go on that show as a contestant? I don't
Right.
know. Like, I don't know. I have a lot of, like, good girlfriends that were on the show. Rachel Lindsay, for instance, by the way.
Love her.
Love you. Can't wait to meet you. She's coming to our summit, and she said she's watching today. So,
Hi, Big Rach. We love her.
Yeah, and so, you know, and Lauren Bushnell, like, so for me, it's like, I am not judgmental at all, but also, it's very interesting the way that all kind of panned out.
No.
And,
It's for sure.
weird, honestly.
It's really weird.
It's really
we
weird.
love him on this show, but when you think about just his trajectory, it's a little strange.
It's very strange.
Yeah, and, like, just timing of things.
And was Shawn the one who introduced them?
Yes,
Because
so-
he, like, made a video that he wanted to meet her.
Yes, so
Oh my God, I can't.
Andrew, Shawn's husband, and him were playing for the Raiders at the same time while Shawn and I were in Rio. We were both working. Allie was obviously competing. And yeah, Shawn, you know, Allie had been asking, like, both, you know, me and my fiance, like, if we had single guy friends, and the same for Shawn. And Matt was like, nope, all my friends are, like, you know, whatever, married or engaged or dating. And so, yeah, I guess Shawn kind of set that whole thing up, and she obviously feels a little bad now.
Because, like, she made him, like...
Yeah. No, it's really so crazy. Also, another crazy story that was in the news is Margo loves Simone Biles.
Okay, this wasn't even really in the news. I'm obsessed with Simone Biles.
It was more
really.
like more so like
She's
social media
insane.
drama.
Insane. Like, just everything about her, like, I'm obsessed with her.
First of all, like, just not human.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
her body is, like, insane. Like, she, like, has, like, a 20-pack, and
No,
I'm just like,
sorry.
hi, can I have one
Did you see the
of
picture
those
she posted,
packs?
like, a week ago of, like, the mirror
Yes.
picture? I was like...
I literally think I commented, I'm like, hi, can I have one of your 20
No,
packs?
like,
just
it's
one muzzle.
It's crazy. Anyway, so this wasn't even in the news. It was just, like, social media, like, banter. But, like, apparently at the
Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was commentating.
It was
Yes.
it was like there was some drama between Simone Biles and
Yeah,
Morgan
Yeah,
Hurd or
Hurd.
something, because like Morgan Hurd like posted like a Finsta, like so weird, like a whole thing. But it's like you don't mess with Simone Biles like on Finsta, like the weirdest thing ever.
First of all, I'm not gonna comment much about that, but it's definitely hard because I feel like I don't know both sides of the story. I only know one side of the story, but yeah. First of all, I just feel like it's important to respect, both sides. I think both are, when you come in and you haven't been competing for that many years, it's hard to come back. And like, I was kind of in her shoes, after 2008 when I came back, and I was like, I didn't really know the girls, because when you take time away, like a new crop of girls comes up. But at the same time, she's Simone Biles. Like, it's great. Like she's the greatest gymnast of all time, like hands down. And but I'm sure for the new crop of girls, it's challenging because like it was their time, and they kind of wanted that. But at the same time,
gotta respect
each other. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, and I feel like for us, like going back, and I know Simone kind of said that too. Like their Olympic teams are so close, and it's so cool what the Olympics does. Like for like me, like going back and knowing that I have like these other 5 friends that I'll be connected with and bonded with for the rest of my life, no matter what. Like Alicia just had her second baby. Chelsea has kids, Sam and Bridget Sam's in LA and working, Bridget's working, and Shawn and I are like all over the place, and so it's hard, but at the same time it's like respect each other, and cheer for each other. You're on the same team, and so I'm hoping that they can resolve it and figure it out, because it's going to be a long 2 years if not leading up to Tokyo. So.
Very exciting. Well, thank you so much for joining us. You
Thank
are
you
a
for having me.
pleasure. We
So
love
much
you.
fun.
Yeah.
Keep up the great work, and we will be back in a jiff. Where can everyone follow you?
At Nastia Liukin on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Perfection. We'll see you soon. We are back
Yes,
with
we are.
just Snitch and I, and it's just so crazy when you have an Olympian here,
And then
you don't.
And then you have a snitch, though.
And then you have a Snitch. Pretty equal,
Yeah.
almost the same, because it takes a lot to be a Snitch.
It does.
I just want to move my mic over. So you are back from Israel, and we have so many questions for you. People
Okay.
really missed you, and I'm not
I
gonna
know. Like, the questions were wild.
I'm not gonna lie, your sisters missed you a lot.
I miss my sisters a lot.
Who do you think missed more? Us missed you, or you missed us?
Sorry, guys, I just have to readjust. I think you guys miss me more.
Damn, Snitch.
No, like, I miss you so much, but, like, I was off on the adventure. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, you were busy, and like
Yeah.
you were just home, like counting down the days until you came back.
Right. I don't think you were doing that, but.
And also, not only is she a Snitch and our co-host, she is our new intern.
I
So
keep
congratulations
forgetting.
on the new job.
Like, I have to wake up at. Thank
a
you.
million girls would kill for this job, Snitch. So you better take it
Okay,
seriously.
I am. Am I getting paid?
It's psychological income, so
Okay.
you can't really put a price on it. Anyways, we're so happy that you're here. Something that I really need to talk to you about, and talking to Nastia reminded me, is Colton Underwood, because obviously the gymnastics community doesn't have much respect for him, but he has been,
As they shouldn't. They fucked with
as
Allie.
they shouldn't. Like, they should not. He shouldn't be tarnishing the gymnastics name. But for us, we're just regular people.
Right.
And we have a big crush on him. And I have a crush on him, like, for you. Like,
Right.
when I watch the show with Zach, I'm like, how do you feel about your new brother-in-law? So if
You don't say that.
I do. I mean, I say weirder things most of the time, so that's actually a normal thing for me to say. If Colton were the Bachelor, would you go on? Would you apply?
Like, I'd say yeah, but, like, ideally no. Like, I couldn't handle going on The Bachelor, if I'm being honest. Like, now that, like, I'm
You
actually.
could barely handle the toast.
Yeah, like, now that I'm actually, like, of age, and, like, now everyone, like, I was always like, when I turn 20, I'm like, I'm gonna go on Bachelor. Now everyone's, like, telling me to go on it. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not. I really couldn't handle it. Like, I just think I'd get really fat, and, like, I wouldn't be able to handle, like, seeing myself, like,
But you
on
could drink
on
all the
TV.
time, lay by the pool. It'd be just like Israel.
Right, but I'm on TV with a million catty girls who, like, are out for blood. And, like, I just, like, I'm out for blood, but, like, not like that. Do you know what I mean?
I understand. You're too nice for the show.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. But I guess, like, if times get tough for you and you're like, wow, what should I do with my life? Just go on The Bachelor.
And, like, become an influencer.
That's a good option for you for, like, the next 4 years.
Okay, great.
But after 25, like, you're a little old.
No.
You're a little old for The Batch. Okay, that's good to know. We have so many questions for you. Like, I'm nervous to launch
Let's
in.
just do rapid fire.
We're gonna do rapid fire snitchery. A lot of questions that I asked you yesterday, or when I saw you when you came home from Israel, like, what was the peak and the pit of your trip?
Okay, so, like, I have no clear answer, and it's, like, so lame, but, like, my peak was, like, everything, but, like, some things would just be, like, when I went to Eilat, like, it was so crazy.
Your boat trip.
My boat
Yeah,
trip.
that
like,
looked really
it was
fun.
so fun. Like, never go tubing in Israel. Like, the fact that I'm alive in here is just wild. Like, you don't understand. They put, like, you know, like, in camp when you have those two tubes, you have a tube just, like, that you lay on and they take you on a boat. So they put two at the same time. Like, there was one group, and we were going at the same time. So it was, like, bumper cars, like, on the water. And he was going so fast. I don't even think he looked back once to see if we were alive and well. Like, I was making noises, like, you know, and, like, I was just, like, making, like, the weirdest noises, like, coming out of my mouth, like, laughing so hard, but, like, also screaming and really scared, like, kind of crying. Like, so scary, but, like, so happy I did it. So fun. I'm never going to do it again. But, like, then we, like, did a booze cruise, and it was just so crazy. Like, the water was, like, I've seen, like, Caribbean water, but this was, like, blue, like, royal blue.
Blue, like your eyes used to be.
No, like, eyes aren't like this color. It's, like, deep blue. It was crazy. It's, like, I'm in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. I have, like, Egypt on my right, Jordan on my left. I'm in the middle, like, in Eilat. It's
Egypt
just, like,
on my right, Jordan on my left, Snitch in the middle.
and I'm just, like, how am I here right now? Like, it's just, like, it was wild. So, like, it was also really fun. And so that was probably a peak. And just, like, the whole thing, honestly.
And so what was the pit?
Pit. What was my pit? I don't know. Probably just, like, I was just, like, honestly, really no pit. Like, if I had to do a pit, it'd just be, like, I, like, felt fat all the time.
That's just a pit of life, though.
Yeah.
What is the best advice that you've received from your sisters?
I saw this question, and, like, no offense, but, like, I don't, like, get it. Like, I get advice from, like, oh, what do I do? Like,
specifics.
yeah, but it's, like, life advice. Like, you don't give me, like, a mantra, like, you know?
I think I just gave you good advice. Like, if things get rough, go on The Bachelor.
Okay,
That seems like good
that's the best advice my sister's ever given me.
What is the thing about America that you missed most while you were in Israel?
Manicures. Manicures are really hard to come by there, and even if
And you know what? I told you that was going to be when you were like, I'll just get a manicure when I get to Israel. I was like, you think?
And even when I, like, went to a nail place, like, it was so bad. And then 2 weeks before I left, I found this American girl who, like, does manicures, like, in her apartment, which was really scary, but apparently it's, like, just a thing that they do in Israel, and it was unbelievable gel manicure, and, like, I wish I had known in the beginning. But that and waxes. My friend got a wax, and she was Bruzgo.
Bruzgo.
Yeah.
Do you guys call her that? Do you use some of the inside steamy jokes with your friends?
Yeah, like one of my friends, Alana, like started calling me Snitch towards the end of the summer. Like we wrote each other bus notes, and she wrote like Dear Snitch.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
That's really cute. I like her already. I haven't met her, right?
You would love her, yeah.
Cool.
Hi, Alana.
Which celebrity would fit in best with you and your sisters? Nastia. I feel like a lot of celebrities.
A lot of
actually.
celebrities. I feel like it's not really that hard to fit in with us. Like you just need to have a big personality.
I feel like the Kardashians. Like we
Of
could
course.
be like family friends.
We could, yeah, 100%. We could.
But
be
they're
family
just
friends.
like a little bit older than us. But we have old souls.
Do we have old souls?
Not you, but
Hey.
you were modeling in Israel.
Oh God, yeah.
What were you doing?
Okay, like it was a joke. I mean, it wasn't a joke. I did model, but like it was like we all
Did they
did
pay
it.
you?
They actually sent me I forgot about it, like a $4 ASOS card. Should
Cool.
use that, I forgot. Anyway, my friend Rebecca, like we were all interning, and so the one she was interning for was like some app that like, I don't know, it's like, remember in Clueless, they like put clothes on your body, that thing? Kind of
Yeah.
like that.
Cool.
And they needed like bodies and models to do it, so like we all just did it, and they did like our hair and makeup, and it was fun, and like we took pictures, and so like I posted it because it was hilarious.
So where can we find these photos of you?
I have no idea, and I'm not showing you.
Well, now there's one, like we got the one
Yeah,
that
we
is
got
on
the
the
one.
guest card for today.
Right.
Where were you staying in Israel? What city were you in?
I was in Tel Aviv, and I like did a program, so they like set us up with housing and all this stuff.
That's cool. So if someone who has never been to Israel, like what would you suggest that they do if they're planning a trip?
Like for their first time, like they're not going on like Birthright. I feel
Yeah.
like Birthright's a nice way to like break the seal.
Yes and no. Birthright is like a great way to get to know the land, but like it's
If you're
very
just like going to like have fun.
it's very museum-y. Like you don't get to like see the vibrant life. They let you out one night.
Yeah, like everyone always like messages and is like, wow, I had no idea that Israel's so lit. I was like, Israel's like so much more lit than like any place I've ever been. But like I would just say, like I would say do like a couple days in Jerusalem so you can like get that feeling of like spirituality. Like you got to get that in there
And you should do that first.
because then you go to Tel Aviv and like you fuck shit up. And like you just like stay at one of the hotels like on Gordon Beach, and then you just like go, like they have unreal bars. Like their bars are so fun. They're like clubs, but then they also have the clubs at the port, which are so fun. Like just I'll let you know.
You should do like a blog post like with your Israeli suggestions.
Okay.
What's the snitchiest thing you've ever done?
I feel like you can answer that.
I just have this one example in my mind of like, it's not super, super snitchy, but it's like textbook snitch. So one time at Shabbat, like we always play music from the Alexa, and everyone like tells the Alexa like something different. Alexa's like working so hard. We never listen to like more than 30 seconds of one song.
Yeah.
And so Snitch was like, and this is for you guys with Alexas at home, Alexa, play Greatest Showman soundtrack. So she plays it. Knowing that someone's gonna change it soon, she sneakily puts Alexa on mute. So when anyone else went to say, they just thought Alexa wasn't listening to
Yeah.
them, and we got to listen to Greatest Showman for the whole night.
Honestly, it was so smart.
It was smart and it was snitchy.
snitchy as hell.
What was your job in Israel? What were you doing there? What was your purpose?
I was a content creator for a media company, and in Israel, like they really
the
don't.
Morning Toast.
Basically, they don't have interns, so like you're on the same playing field as them. Like they like just it's free labor, literally. So like they just like give you everything to do. So like I was writing articles for all their websites, but then I was also like I started 9 of their social media accounts on Instagram and Facebook. I was busy, so like I was just doing all that.
And did you enjoy it?
I did.
Did it help you determine what you want to do?
Yeah, I would like want to do that, like social media and whatever.
And like toastiness.
Yeah.
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 For real? Did you meet any cute boys?
Yeah.
Did you find any new hangover cures?
No, I really didn't get hungover in Israel, which is so crazy. Because I feel like the second I drink here, I'm just gonna
Be done.
Yeah.
Sometimes like being in the sun really helps, and also like not stopping drinking helps.
Right.
Which just seems like you did a lot of
I
that.
did.
Who did you miss more, the sisters or Thea?
The sisters.
You should think long and hard about it.
I just said the sisters.
You're such a liar.
The
You're such a
sisters.
fucking liar, Camille. What's that from?
That one is from Camille Grammer.
Very good,
I don't know
sister.
which-
If you're going to intern for the Toast, you need to know these things. You
I
need to study up. How often did you work out in Israel? And then typically, how often does Body by Snitch work out in America?
Okay, so like I was there for 2 months. For 1 month, like I was going to the gym every day.
You were. And it was really annoying.
I know, I felt it. And then like I was like, I only got a 1 month like membership, and like I was like, I'm not gonna renew you, so like I just didn't. And so then like, so I think that was a big reason as to why I didn't gain weight. But then like the last few weeks, I was just eating what I wanted, and so I think if I started that way, I would be much pudgier right now.
Yeah.
But I like went every day
You
after
definitely
work.
like lost weight in the first month and then just like gained it back,
Yeah.
but now you're the same.
I'm just the same.
Which is a great way to go.
And then here, like when I'm in the swing of things right now, like I worked out yesterday and like I died, like I'm having a hard time like adjusting to that. But usually it's like 3 to 4 times a week, I would say.
That's pretty good. And what's your go-to healthy snack?
Probably string cheese.
Me too. Cheese string.
A cheese string.
What's your favorite kind of cheese string?
Polio.
Interesting. You know what I've been loving? The Weight Watchers
I hate
cheese
them.
strings.
I hate them.
Oh my God, I love them. The only thing is they changed the packaging recently. They went cheaper and like they're really hard to open now, I've realized. And it's like,
I really don't
see
like the
you.
Weight Watchers ones, but they are less calories, I think. I think they're 50 versus 80. You're
Like,
so thin.
so tiny. So you watched the toast a lot while you were
I
were gone because you were working and you understood the importance of the toast.
Right, but it was on at 5:30 for me, so I wasn't even working. That was when I left work.
Oh, so you
it
must
was
really
hard.
love your sisters to watch it.
Yeah, I mean, don't get
What
me
was your
wrong.
favorite episode?
I didn't watch all of them.
No, but of the ones that you watched.
Derek Peth.
Derek Peth. Was that not hilarious?
I was just like this the whole time, you know?
And you listened to the NT podcast.
Oh my, did I ever? Like, are you kidding? Yeah, I did.
And
I was drunk that night when it came out, and I got home at like 3 in the morning, like drunk in my bed, put my headphones in, and like was listening to it. I obviously had to re-listen to it the next morning because I didn't remember it, but
Right.
the commitment was there.
That's always so hard. So now that you're home and you're really focusing on being an intern for the most prestigious morning show while you also run your side business of Body by Snitch.
Right.
Where do you see Body by Snitch going? Like, what do you hope for it?
I really have no idea, like genuinely. I'm just gonna keep doing it, and we'll see what happens.
Well, for everyone who doesn't know, Margo runs a fitness Instagram account because she is so fit. You truly are very fit.
I'm very fit. Like I'm
That's
not very
one-
skinny,
that's
and I'm
one
not
thing
fat,
people
but
can
I'm
say.
fit. I'm fit.
She's fit, and you should follow her fitness journey at Body by Snitch because you're very, very relatable. You keep it real.
I do keep it real.
You post the salads, but then you also post
the McDonald's.
pizzas.
Did you see the McDonald's post from Israel?
I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
How many times did you have kosher McDonald's?
2 or 3, but there was one night, it's actually a great story. One night, me and my friend were out, and we were just like, I'm over it. So we went, in the port, there's a McDonald's there. So we went and we got McDonald's, and we got like a 9-piece chicken nugget and fries. Totally normal, whatever. So we eat it, and we're like, we're still hungry, right? So we get the 12-piece and a burger, and both come with fries. We had 21 chicken McNuggets and a burger and fries. That's disgusting.
Each?
Total.
Okay.
But like still.
So you had 10 and a half chicken
and
nuggets.
half a burger and a shit ton of fries. That's disgusting. And I
Sounds
had dinner.
Fucking delicious.
And
You're
I had
killing
dinner.
me. I'm so hungry.
Me too.
Are you ready to go have lunch?
I'm starving.
Okay, you guys, we are out of time for today, but Snitch will be interning for this show for the rest of time. And
For the rest of time?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes. And so she'll be popping in and out. If you guys have questions for her, if we need to hear from her, if we need fitness tips, like she'll be here. So say hello
Say hello.
and say goodbye because it is Friday and we're done.
And
it's
we're
the
gonna go have
weekend.
lunch.
Hey. Thank you guys for tuning in. We love you. Follow at The Morning Toast, at Jackie O Problems,
At Margo Oshry, at Body by Snitch, at Hungover and Hungry.
at Tiffany Thornton.
Goodbye.